Shalom. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Harakah Kodash. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. Also, I want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing this truth with sincerity. All right, so I'm actually just going to go into Isaiah 14. When I first got into the truth, this was one of my favorite chapters. So I'm going to go ahead and just start at the top. It's 14:1, Isaiah. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. All right, so we go to this verse just to show you, hey, at the end of the day, we still have the victory, It says that the Lord will yet choose Israel, all right? And Babylon is going to get destroyed, but at the end of the day, the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and choose Israel. All right, so that's the thing that keeps us going and keeps us pushing in this truth, because we have hope. All right, let's go to a precept real quick in Psalms 102. 102:13. It says, "Thou shalt arise and have mercy upon Zion, for the time to favor her, the set time is come." All right, so showing you again that, hey, Zion is Israel, and that's who's going to rise, when Babylon is destroyed. Let's go to Zechariah, another precept, 1:17. It says, "Cry yet, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, my cities through prosperity shall yet be spread abroad, and the Lord shall yet comfort Zion, and shall yet choose Jerusalem." So there you go. Once again, Israel is the apple of Yahweh's eye. And we are going to be the rulers in the kingdom of heaven. But, 2/3 have to die, though, because of their wickedness. Let's go to that real quick, since I'm in that book. Zechariah 13:8 says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein." Because 2/3 of Israel, they want to stay with the doctrines that the so-called white man, has given them. They don't want to leave those customs and traditions, So those people are going to be a sacrifice. But when you get in the kingdom, you Israelites that get killed, hey, you're going to be the greatest people on the planet Earth. But you have to die that first death because you're too stubborn to believe this truth, So let's go back to Isaiah 14. We're on 2. "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors." All right, so who took us captive? It was the Edomites. All right, and they made us captives when they got to the Americas, and then also, which at that time was called Arsareth when we got here, the so-called Native Americans. But they took us captives when during the conquistadors and Columbus, and when the Europeans started showing up, they made us their captives, and they oppressed us. They're still oppressing us. So now the tables are going to turn, We're going to oppress them, and we're going to keep them captive. It's balance. Go to this precept real quick. Isaiah 60:14. It says, "The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. So take it even a step further. Our oppressors, they're going to bow down. They're going to bow down and to us at the soles of our feet, Let's go to another precept, 61:5. And the strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the aliens shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. So this is all the heathen are going to be our servants and handmaids, basically slaves. You're going to have the Moabites, who are the Chinese. You're going to have the Ishmaelites, who are the Arabs. You're going to have the Hamites, who are the some of the African nations, some of the African people. You're going to have, who am I missing? Of course, the Edomite, who is the so-called white man. They're all going to be bowing to us, and they're going to be, like it says right here, that they're going to feed our flocks in verse 5. And the sons of the aliens shall be your plowmen and your vine dresser. And what's a plowman? Plowman is a worker. All right. Your vine dressers. See, they're going to be making us wine. This is balance. All right. Because you had the Israelites doing this for you. So now when the kingdom comes, the roles will change. All right. We're going to go to Isaiah. So that's why, even though we're going to be coming into martial law and we're going to have to deal with some things that, are going to be hard, at the end of the day, we got the victory, Even if you die in martial law, you're going to get the victory, You're going to be raised up, man. Matter of fact, if you die in martial law, you'll be raised up in a chariot before someone who's still alive. And I'm talking about the prophets and the 1/3 of Israel who actually repent, the remnant. Not just any Israelite is going to get taken up in a chariot. Let's go back to Isaiah 14, and I'm on 3 now. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. So hey, this bondage, this slavery, we're in spiritual Egypt right now, America, Babylon. Hey, it's temporary, We're not going to be in bondage. This is not our resting place right now. But we are going to have a resting place in the kingdom. Verse 4, thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. All right, so who's the king of Babylon? That's Donald J. Trump. How has the oppressor ceased, and how has the golden city ceased? Right now, America has literally ceased, The only people working right now are the ones that they call essential, The rest of the grinding and the working has ceased, And this is only the beginning. It's going to get worse, not better for these Edomites and their kingdom. Verse 5, the Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. So there you go. The wicked. Who's the wicked? We know the wicked is the Edomites. And the Lord is going to break. He's going to break their staff, and he's going to end the scepter of the rulers. Verse 6, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger and is persecuted, and none hindereth. All right, so who is the one who smites the people in wrath with a continual stroke? It's the Edomite. They do whatever they want because they are the power on the earth right now. That's why verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. So when this so-called Edomite is finished and is destroyed and is killed, hey, the whole earth is going to rejoice and start singing, man. Even the heathen nations, you know. You're even an offense to the heathen nations. This Esau, Edom. All right. Verse 8. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. All right, because why? Because you have Edomites, and what do they like to do? Build. Even the king of Babylon, he's a builder. That's what he's known for. He's known for building, right? He'll even say in his speeches that he's a builder. He builds, you know, he started out with hotels. You can look it up, you know. He looked up look up Donald Trump's history, and that's how he got his money, you know, was through his father, but what he did with it was he started to build hotels, and I believe he started in New York, you know, and that's what he does. He's a builder, you know. So what do you got to do to build a hotel? You got to cut down trees. That's why it's talking about the trees in verse 8. And a feller is somebody who cuts trees down. All right. So let's read that. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Because you got to remember, our people, the Gadites, when they were dwelling in America, they had tents. They dwelled in tents. They didn't have all these buildings, these tall buildings. That goes back to Babylon. You know, those skyscrapers. That goes back to ancient Babylon when they were trying the Tower of Babel. You know, that's in their spirit to build high. You know, you're not